Thank you for tuning in to episode 3. Um, I just want to let you guys know, thank you for all the support. I really appreciate it. Everyone who's tuning in, leaving feedback, let me know. You can always hit me up on IG. My IG is down below at swooshpreme. Give me some feedback. If you would like to be on the podcast, go ahead and message me. Um, I'm always looking for new people to get on it. So without further ado, this is episode 3 of Nike Talk, the podcast, with our very special guest. Roll it. All right, guys, welcome to the Nike Talk podcast, where we talk about everything Nike. I'm your host, Felipe, aka Swoosh Preme. And today we probably have one of the biggest Nike collectors in the game. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
What up? My name is Kamil, also known as vuvintage on Instagram, and I run the website vuvintage.com.
Nice,
Yeah.
man. The first time I came across your page, like, you messaged me about like a Deion Sanders like t-shirt, right? It was a while ago, but it was like on my other page, Thrift Cream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you had messaged me, and then I think you might have was asking me like, oh, how much I wanted for it or whatever. I just didn't know like what I had. You get me?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but like, yeah, you're definitely about it. You're definitely about getting different pieces in your collection.
I'm there everywhere.
Yeah.
Everything. Every time something pops up, you already know vuvintage is all over it.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't even, because I'm talking to everybody all the time about picking stuff up, so I don't really know if that happened. It probably did, but yeah.
Yeah. That's how I learned about your page. Like, I was
Mm.
absolutely stunned of like the kind of shit that you had, because it was like shit that you wouldn't see like on other people's pages. It was like all in like a collective one place you can go to,
Yeah.
and pretty much look at these different pieces. But absolutely dope. Like, let's just start it off like this. Like, can you tell me more about yourself? Where do you live? How old are you? Something like viewers might not know about you.
Boy, I'm 23. People think that I'm like 40 from my collection, but I'm pretty young. I'm really new to the game. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and yeah, I go to school. I'm a senior in graphic design as my major at UIC, and I got a couple more weeks left, and I'm out. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Um, it's crazy too. Like, I was thinking about this. Like, um, a lot of the people that I know, like in this like realm of like Nike collecting or T-shirts, whatever, we're all the same age. So
Yeah.
Nico is 23. I'm
22,
23. You're 23.
almost 23, but yeah, 22.
We're around the same age. Even Danny, digging with Danny's 23, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh,
crazy.
really? That's cool.
Yeah. So it's crazy, right? Like, we're all kind of like in the same age group.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Yeah, man. Your page, honestly, it's grown. Like, I wanted to ask, like, how hard did it take you to grind to get to the 10K? Because recently you just did hit the 10K.
Yeah.
Like, just talk about that experience.
Well, I started the page in like, I think September of 2018, and I just kept posting like pretty much every single day. It's just like every single day you're posting and using all 30 hashtags, and just slowly but surely, like, because I was like so focused on one specific thing, like it was just vintage Nike, that like people just associated me with that. So like the page just slowly grew. People shared it because like whoever was into Nike shared it to their friends who were into Nike, and it just kind of snowballed into kind of what it is today. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy, because definitely, you do dabble into the Nike, and then you dabble into like other vintage too, right?
Yeah, I don't really post about it too much, but yeah, it's not just only Nike
Yeah.
either. But
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
what it
because
is.
I
That's what
see
people
you.
know you though for. It's like
Yeah,
new
yeah.
vintage is like that's like the grail of all Nike grails is you have that.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you.
So I have a question actually. So actually, what is the like why Nike? Like, why?
It's just like, I guess the first thing that I got into when I started the whole, because I'm like I'm a noob, like the newest noob to the whole game. And it was just like the first thing that I got into. It was the
Really?
first thing I searched, and I just fell in love with it pretty much, and it's just stuck with me.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What is like the most you've ever spent on a certain like Nike piece?
Oh shit! Right
Oh,
to
boy.
it.
I want to know. I want to know.
On a Nike tee.
Or just like some sort of like Nike item that you have in reference to like clothing, I guess.
Oh boy. That I spent?
Mm-hmm.
It was probably the Hike Nike t-shirt.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I paid $7.50 for that one.
Jesus.
Hey, Camille, I actually allowed you to record, so you can record now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Figure that out.
yeah, I figured it out right now.
Cool.
All right.
It's recording. I see. Yeah, it was like $7.50. It's not the most expensive thing in terms of clothing that I've ever bought, but for specifically Nike, that was definitely it.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Definitely.
what got you into like, the clothing, like vintage clothing? I feel like we all have our individual stories where we come from
Yeah.
this.
Well, it goes back. I mean, it starts with sneakers, probably for like everybody. We all got like we're all like the same age, so I know. Yeah, right there. Like we're all. Man, my dog's barking. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but we all.
My dog's right here too. I'm like trying to make sure she doesn't bark.
Yeah, she's going nuts right now. But yeah, we all started with like the sneaker thing, and like we're all like hustling, trying to make a dollar off these sneakers.
Yeah.
And then like so like the sneaker thing happened. I got into the sneakers. Then from sneakers, like I'm assuming you guys as well got into Supreme, or it was Supreme first, and then that. So like that hype beast wave, like we're kind of part of it. And then from like the Supreme stuff. Actually, what really got me into vintage was probably a similar story to a lot of guys. Is the Air Max 97 ones by Sean Witherspoon. Once those were like, people were talking about him, I was kind of like, when the voting thing was going on, I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. I wasn't really digging it because I wasn't even on the Supreme wave at that time. But then I got into more of like, and I was following like the sneaker YouTubers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everyone's like hyping up like this vintage looking Air Max. And I was just like, man, let me just search what vintage Nike looks like. And I started scrolling through this stuff, and like I saw a t-shirt sell for $60. I was like, oh my God, that's so much money for like a used t-shirt. And then I had like a limit of spending no more than $25, and that limit jumped from 25 to 50 to I remember spending $100 for the first time. I was like, oh my God. And then it just kept growing and growing. And then, yeah, that's kind of how I got into the vintage thing though. It was probably just because of those Air Maxes. So shout out to Sean. He's got a really big movement.
Crazy. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much influence on like us because of like Sean and what he's done. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like I was gonna ask you, do you thrift?
Oh yeah, I love thrifting. I'm so sad everything's closed now, but man, there was a period of time where I didn't thrift at all because like I was only looking for Nike stuff at the thrift, and like here in Chicago I couldn't find any of it. It's not like over where Danny's at where he's picking Nike like every rotation, but like
fuck for real.
Yeah, like I have never not a single time found a single vintage Nike t-shirt at a thrift store here in Chicago. And I've been going, there was a period of time where I was going like 3 times a week for like a couple hours and not a single one. And then I learned about the bins from somebody on Instagram. They're like, yo, you should go to the bins. It was like an hour drive. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And then I went one time and like, I was just like, what is happening here? Like, I couldn't believe like I was just like walking around like, man, this is gross. And I posted on Instagram, like I posted on my story and I was like, how do you guys do this? Like, this is crazy. And someone replied, they're like, you can't look at it as being gross. You just got to go in and just dig as hard as you can, as fast as you can. And I was like, all right, I'm changing my mentality just to dig as hard as I can. And then like once I realized that it's all like up here, like the bins became so much fun. It was just like, man, I went to the one in Indiana and there's one in Wisconsin that I went to, and both are a blast. It's so much fun. Even though I pick up mostly just garbage, it's still just so much fun. Just the environment of being there, just digging.
Did you ever find anything crazy at the bins?
At the bins, in the racks, I found a Grateful Dead tee, but that's pretty much about it. I found a Vetmans hoodie. It says like, "May the bridges."
Yeah, I remember seeing that one.
Yeah, I paid like
Maroon
$5 for it. What's up?
Was it the maroon one?
Yeah. I have it. I think I wore
I know
it.
exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that was like a $5, and it was like, as soon as I posted it, like this dude was like, "Yo, I'll pay you 700 for it." I was like, "Damn," I was like, "That's nuts."
Fuck. Shit, that's definitely
It was
crazy, man.
crazy. Yeah, that was probably the biggest come up from like the racks, but from the bins, like I can't even remember because like every time I'd go in and I'd walk out, I was just like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what I have in my bags, but well, it's a mystery when I get home and do laundry.
Yeah.
Oh, so much laundry. Oh boy.
Yeah, man, definitely. You're on one right now, bro. Like I feel like your page is gonna become a staple to reference like a lot of shit in the Nike world.
Oh yeah.
It's so. I mean, your website too. Like I constantly look at it to see like
Shit too.
how do I explain this? Like kind of like just to get like the reference off of it, like see what it looks like this,
The
like
cleanest setup I've seen, dude. By far.
Yeah,
the
I'm
cleanest.
gonna actually share it right now. So
Go for it.
let's go ahead and
That's exactly what I wanted it to be, like a reference point for people just to check out, like just view like a large selection of like t-shirts.
oh shit. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you didn't close your Pornhub app.
Oh fuck.
I was
Alright.
like, oh boy.
Dude, yeah. Now, I remember my girlfriend was going on and she like started looking up vintage Nike just on like a Google search or whatever. And she
Yeah.
came across your page. And she's
Yeah.
like,
That's
dude, look
wild.
at this.
Get up there.
And she's like,
Yeah.
there's so much Nike. I was like, oh yeah, that's the king of all Nike.
Thank you.
Let's just take a look at this so all the viewers can see. So when did you start this, man?
I think it was like August or September of 2018. And originally, like this whole website thing was supposed to be, the whole View Vintage thing wasn't supposed to be like a reselling thing. It
Yeah.
was just a page for me to just post like my closet because like I was buying so many t-shirts and they were all just for me because I thought they were cool. And I just wanted to have like a catalog just for myself where I can just view vintage, view vintage t-shirts on my website, from like my closet. And like originally I had all my jeans on there and like hats and bags and sweater. Like I had a bunch of stuff on there. And then like I had a few t-shirts that just didn't fit me right because like I didn't really understand like the whole measurements thing.
Oh yeah.
Buying like in like modern clothing, I'm probably like a medium, so I was just buying like mediums, but mediums sometimes fit like crop tops and like
Yeah.
it's just like I was just buying so much crap, and then I realized that XL is actually like the perfect size for me, and then like I get an XL and it's just a dress on me, and I'm just like, yo, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I was just like, I might as well just list some of these t-shirts with like a price tag on them.
Yeah, because you never know.
Yeah, and so I started posting on Instagram. I made an Instagram then because I was just like, might as well.
Yeah.
But like I had the name View Vintage on the vuvintage.com because I like when I came up with the name, I was just like thinking of like what I would want to name my closet, like this whole website thing, and I was just like, I would want to view vintage, like view vintage. So I was just like, I typed in VIEW vintage, and it was taken. I was like, damn, that was such a cool name. Like I was digging it, and I was listening to the Drake album Views at the time, and then I was just like, what if I just like spell it with just a V and a U, and I came up with the View Vintage name, and I absolutely love like the way that name sits, like just graphically, it's just like it's such a sleek and sexy name. Like I'm just hyping up my own shit right now, but I really like the way that the name just sits, and not like because I'm like a graphic designer, so all these little details are like super I keen in on those. And I was like, man, dude, this name is awesome. And then I went to Instagram and I typed in like View Vintage to make an account, and it was taken. And I was like, damn, like it was it was so perfect up until this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I messaged the person who I was like View Vintage feed. There's maybe like 10 followers at the time. This was like in September of 2018. And I messaged the person with the name View Vintage. I was like, yo, I'm trying to make this a website for myself in my closet. And then like I got no response. And then I was trying to mess with the name because I hated the way that View Vintage feed looked like. And I typed in View Vintage and it was free. And I was like, yo, that person changed their name for me. I was so gassed.
Wild.
And yeah, so I didn't have to pay anything. Like I was ready to pay up for this thing, but it was just, what was the original question? I don't even know where I got here.
Dude, I love where this is going, no?
I was just
no, like, dude, just speak up, bro. Like, it's
yeah. I
the-
forgot what the question was, man.
No, it was just like, when did you start the website? And like, I was.
Yeah. So it started with the t-shirts, and I was obviously it started with the t-shirts, but I started posting on Instagram, and I maybe had like 100 followers, maybe that, and it took like 3 months before I even got one sale off the website. I remember what it was. It was a 1985 Wings t-shirt. I sold for $130.
Oh,
I was
wow.
I was just like constantly just cutting prices. It's like, cause no one was even going on the site. Like it was just like, I was looking at analytics and there was maybe like 6 people all week. And it was just like, man, now there's 6 people on the site right now as we speak, which is crazy. But, to see how far it's come. But
yeah,
man, the beginning was rough. Like it took months and I was just posting like all the time. I was buying and I didn't make a penny off of this. Like people think that you're like balling doing this, but like, no.
That's quite a bit before you start making, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the website, bro. Like you said, you're a graphic designer, right?
Yeah.
So like all the little, so like this, can you
that my girlfriend actually designed.
Okay.
So
like all these little things. You said you have like a programmer who like did the website for you?
Yeah, his name is Matt. He might even like hook one of you guys up. I just gotta if anyone wants his information.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been thinking about getting a website.
Yeah, for sure. I always like people always like DM me like pretty much like twice a week I get a DM. It's just like, yo, how'd you grow your page? I'm a fan, whatever. And I appreciate. I'm talking like whatever, but like I really appreciate it. And I always try to like write a solid response because I would love for someone to respond to me when I was in that position. And it's just like, just get a website, post consistently. Cause like, if you have a website, you stand out. Like, I know everyone's got a website right now because of the whole Corona thing, but like a month ago, like not a lot of people had websites. And just like push through the website. Like when someone asks like, yo, what's the price? Don't like, tell them like an offer, just literally just send them a link to your site with the price on it. It's just like, it just looks so much more professional. It just looks like you kind of have like people like will come back to it because it's just like, you kind of have like some kind of, it's not just like a normal DM.
They
like,
know where to find it if they want to find it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like the coolest part is like, oh, I like this one too. And this one, it's like, whenever I get a sale from like a new customer, it's not usually just one t-shirt. It's like 2, 3, or 4 t-shirts at a time because they're like, whoa, like this is awesome. But like on Instagram, you don't really have, because like, yeah, you can scroll back, but like no one really feels like doing that most of the time.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that you started the website. I was like, yes, that's the right move. I was like, that's the vibe. I
was just gonna say that. I was like gonna say like, yo, like I was one of those people in your DMs was like,
you got it, man.
I'm gonna start a website, like like shit like that. So I mean,
got it. That's double thumbs up for me.
Yeah, that shit's dope. I mean, sometimes I like wake up with like a random sale. I'm like, what the
fuck? Love that. I love
Dude,
that.
I don't have a website yet, but especially like on eBay, it's so nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Usually the sales pop in like 2, 3, 4 a.m. Oh, that's the best. When you wake up and you have like that notification of $300 in your PayPal, it's like, I love that.
Man, this website is like so awesome. Like we could just go through it.
Literally like the 5th shirt right there.
There's so many tees on here, right?
I regret letting that Jordan piece go.
Yo, I had 3 of those.
Oh my god, dude, it's so crazy. I got that shit on eBay for like $15, dude.
No
Jesus
way.
Christ.
Swear to God. I
Yo.
was literally about to hop in the shower, and I was like, fuck, I'm just going to hop on eBay. I don't know why I was doing that, but I hopped on eBay, and I was like, vintage Nike, or vintage whatever it was.
Yeah.
And this popped up, and I'm like, no way.
Fuck.
It was the price at like $30 or something. I don't remember what it was. I set an offer of 15, just like not thinking I was gonna get
Oh,
it.
shit.
I know. I already should have bought it at $30.
You
But I was like,
lowballed.
oh, dude. I sent her like $15 and I got it. And I was like, oh my God, this is so sick.
Yo,
And then when you messaged me, like, oh, you want to trade? You had the Jordan piece, the restaurant tee, the black one.
yeah, that one's dope too.
And I was like, fuck, I really want to let this go, but I need this black one. I was like, yeah, fuck it, run it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, shit.
Dude,
I can't find this anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, other than your page.
It's right there, yo.
Yeah, there's like
I
so
regret it
much shit, man,
dude.
on here. I
The
like
best-
seeing the Jordan shit, like, honest, because I'm
Yeah.
a Jordan head. But how many items are currently listed on the website?
You can actually go to if you scroll up to the view all section.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it should say, I think it's like 200 some,
Jesus.
maybe 300.
294.
Yeah.
And
Gold
you
right there,
you can
dude.
see
Holy.
on your end, you can see all the analytics of what
Yeah,
t-shirts
yeah.
got
I
looked at the
also
most.
like, cause like people always ask me like, how much do I price this? I always everything that sells, I put in the sold out category. Like if you hit the little menu bar again, like everything that's been sold from my site is right here. So like if anyone has like a question via pricing, like this is kind of where you get a feel of how much these teas are worth. Yeah.
Would you say your clientele is mostly in the States or
Oh man, like the cheap shit, like the stuff under $100 is usually within the States, but like the stuff that's 100 and plus, that's all going
outside the
overseas.
US, yeah. There's a lot of people. There's like 2 guys from Australia, I think, that back when I had the purple Porky Pig, kept asking about it.
Mm.
But yeah, I do agree on that one. It's like the more expensive ones are usually outside the US.
Yeah, for sure. And also like the Asian countries like Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, like those collectors go nuts over this stuff.
Oh yeah.
I just seen some guy in Australia came back from like I think it was Singapore or something. His name's like What Comes Around Vintage or something like that. He was showing a bunch of like really old t-shirts that they're having over there, like from the 70s.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, it's crazy how all that shit went over there.
What is like your favorite year of Nike? Do you like more 70s, 80s, or 90s?
In terms of wearing, probably the 90s stuff.
Right.
Like collecting wise, probably the early 70s stuff. Like that's just like, because it's just so hard to find and it's just like not available. In terms of, but I don't like wearing the 70s stuff because like the
so short.
First of all, it's a crop top 99% of the time, and like the sleeves are really tight. If it's like it's just like the shape of it's really weird, and it's just like it's just whack, you know.
Yeah.
I really like the 70s stuff, but like the 90s stuff is probably the
it's usually what I like, the 70s. I like how the 80s t-shirts look, but I think 90s is usually my go-to.
Yeah. I love the 50-50 blend tees.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
No doubt. What's your biggest sale, like Nike t-shirt sale? One transaction.
One transaction.
Yeah. Oh, he has to think.
I feel like it would have been like the Nike hike, right? The Nike hike.
I did a raffle on that. That took forever to sell out, but that was not an official because the person who ended up winning that, I ended up taking store credit and
that's right. Yeah.
Quite a bit of teas, but I was cool with it. And then I was trying to sell it on eBay, but like the dead bidder thing, it was just like it got bid up and then like nobody paid, and I was like, whatever, I don't really care. And this dude from Malaysia wanted to trade, and I was like, all right, cool, let's run it. and we're doing a 3-person trade for the Nike Geisha t-shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh
so
shit.
I'm trying to lock that one down. But in terms of like sale, probably go on my website because everything's on the website.
Yeah.
The
Like,
sold,
what's the biggest like transaction that pretty much what? Sorry, I don't think it was recording my face the whole time, but this is me, guys. Um, yeah. What was like the biggest transaction?
on the sold out part of the site, you can do price high to low. There's an Athletic West hoodie for $800 that sold.
Holy.
A Nike Country t-shirt for $700. Those are probably like the most
Okay,
expensive
let
ones.
me share this so then the
Yeah, go
viewers can
for it.
see this. It's pretty insane, but it's very educational and interesting.
Yeah, there it is.
So yeah, here it is. So you said this sold for 800.
Yeah, homie in Switzerland.
God damn. That's
The
crazy.
country went to Japan. Yeah.
Crazy. Oh my God, there's the beauty right there.
Actually, I traded that one with Teddy. You guys.
Yeah, you told
you
me
could-
about it.
Dude,
Oh my God, I want that shit so bad, dude.
Teddy's collection's crazy too, man.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Teddy's,
So
shout out Teddy, yo.
yeah, Teddy, come on the
Is he gonna be
show.
on the show too?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him. Like I've been telling, I told him like I think I would like it to have him on the show.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna see if he's down to do that. That'd be dope too, cause you know he's out in New York.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like very insane. I just sold this shit, the fucking Raiders crew neck.
Yeah, I have 3, maybe 4 of those now.
Oh my
God damn.
damn, dude.
Yeah,
It's hard to even get one, and you got 4 of them.
yeah. I don't. Well, I had 4. I sold 1. I know I have 3.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I just sold that for like $370.
It's the Los Angeles one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. No, wait. They're going to Vegas, right?
Yeah, they're in Vegas now.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
You know what? The whole John McEnroe line, like I don't understand it. Like, can you give us some more history, bro?
Honestly, I don't really get it either. But I was because like I found this on Depop for $40, and I was like, it looks cool, you know. I just bought it for myself, but it didn't. It was just like a really big XL, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And I threw it up on eBay, and I was like, maybe I'll get $80-$100 for it. And it just went like I was getting so many like messages like, "Yo, can I buy this now?" Because I put it up for 99 cents. That's a trick with eBay. Like if you're ever unsure of what something's worth, 99 cents all the time. Like people would like list that for like $60, and someone would snipe it, like me or one of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm just like, how did this person list it for this low if they can just list it for 99 cents and like see what happens? But yeah, that one shocked me. It just kept going up and up.
Yeah, I think you're posting. I don't think it was this piece, but another Meccan. I don't know how to say his name. Fucking.
There's a polo on the site right now with
Oh, yeah?
with a giant flag on it.
Yeah, this shit actually it hits, dude. Like, there's like actual value in like this line. I guess it was probably rare, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
The tag is so dope too with the checkerboard.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
was gonna say, that's what I noticed.
Yeah, like I think there's a photo of the tag.
Tag.
let me see.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Of course,
Oh, yeah, dude.
it's such a vibe.
Hey, Nico, ask him what you asked me about the tags.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. So I asked him, so if you're looking at let's say like a vintage Nike shirt,
Mhm.
if it doesn't have the little hang tag, whatever this thing is called, this thing,
Yeah, the
are
tag.
you still buying it, or are you kind of like more so like I don't like the I don't like the look. Do you prefer Nike shirts with the tag, or does it not matter to you at all?
I mean, if it's got the tag, that's great. You know, I love it. It's like the whole tag is pretty much like 90% of the shirt sometimes. It's just, especially like the pinwheel tag, like the graphic it doesn't even have to be a graphic on it, but like people will pay premium just because it's got that pinwheel tag.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people too who will pay up for that pinwheel tag just because it's the tag. But
Yeah.
like if like a Jordan t-shirt doesn't have the tag, it's just like, you know, it doesn't have the tag. I'll still rock it. You know, I'll still buy it.
Right.
You know, I might not pay as much,
Mhm.
but I still mess with it. You know, the tag doesn't really define, because like I know a lot of people are like, if they don't see the tag, it's not vintage. But like,
Right.
you know, if you know a little bit more than just like spotting tags, then yeah.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do now. So I prepared this in advance with you because um how do I explain it? I asked you what were like your top 3 items
Mm,
in your collection.
mm.
So let's see. Let me stop sharing real quick. Trying to see my porn, you feel me? Nah, just
You know how hard it was
kidding.
to pick just top 3? I was, oh my God. Like, let me open up my bins of hundreds of t-shirts to pick 3 out of them. It was nuts.
Where
But
did you get that flamingo shirt?
I got it off of a dude on Instagram. His name was 40 Vintage. He
Uh-huh.
picked it from the bins along with a couple. I think it's 40 Vintage. If I got that wrong, then sorry. And shout out to whoever 40 Vintage is. But he hooked it up fat with that one, and he gave me also this other one. It says like the Nikes are coming on it. I don't know if you've seen it. It's got
Oh
like,
yeah, the horseback one, right? Is it that
yeah,
one?
yeah. He hooked it up with that one. Like he found it like all in the same bin, and it
Oh
was just like,
God.
yeah.
I'm trying to
Crazy.
let's just do it like this. Okay, so I'm pulling up your number 3 pick right here. So let's go ahead and see it.
What was number 3? Oh boy, forgot.
Oh yeah, that's a
That
good one.
one's dope.
That's a
That
crazy
one's
one.
dope.
So I need some more information about this because I've only seen this a couple times.
Oh, you've seen that before?
Yeah,
I've
What?
only seen it here.
a couple times. I might have seen it once, but like
Really? I've
yeah.
never seen this thing. That's kind
It,
of why I put it as like my top 3.
is it like a promo or something or like?
What is this? Championships Clinic? I'm not really sure what like it really is, but like it's just so bizarre with like the whistle thing. It's like you never see anything like it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I just really dug that one.
And this one's in the Chronicle, right?
I don't even think it's there.
Oh yeah.
Or I'm tripping. Like this is the first time. Like I'm like dumbfounded that you've seen a second one of these. But yeah, maybe. I just didn't see it.
I'm assuming this one isn't for sale. Huh?
There's like this like
Yeah, no.
really like
Yeah,
hardcore.
Most of the stuff isn't for sale.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, I think I might have seen this on like a really hardcore like Jordan 1 page or something. Like
Damn.
yeah, like you know those pages that just straight collect the ones and like just 85 shit.
I love ones. I got a pair of ones like last week. I got so many OG ones. It's nuts.
What colors do you have?
I have maybe 3 or 4 Chicago's. I have a pair of Breads. I think there's Royals. I have the metallic blues. Um, the metallic blues are probably my favorite. I got them for $70 on eBay. I was
Oh my gosh.
yeah, they were trash, but like when I got them, I was just like, this is so, because like I really love like the worn in look and like just like having like fucked up tees. Like sometimes if I find a double up of a tee, like whenever I sell like a Grail tee, I usually have to have like a double up of it, and like I will like look at
Keep the
one,
more worn out one, huh?
yeah, I look at one and then the other, and I'm like, which one's more fucked up? And I go with the one that's more fucked up 9 times out of 10. It also depends
Yeah.
on the way that it fits me, because like I hate when necks are like super like wonky, like bacon necks. No, that's a no go for me. If you got bacon
So how
necks,
many hours is there like a certain site? I mean, I don't probably won't give away your clues, but like on eBay, just on eBay, on average a day, like how much time do you spend on
You
there?
can check on your
I
phone.
can tell you. Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Oh shit, I probably better check mine actually. I'm actually kind of curious.
I use the most fucking YouTube.
Oh, I love YouTube. I was born on YouTube. Born and raised on YouTube.
How do we check on here again?
Yeah, I was just like, where is this?
I
Oh,
think you
Oh,
just
screen time. I see it. I see it. You go to screen time, then you see all activity. on a daily basis, it's kind of like our daily average is about 25 minutes. So mine's not all that bad.
I don't know if this is a week. Is it a week? Probably. That's the eBay one.
Oh
5
my
hours.
gosh.
Average is about 54 minutes, it said, right?
54.
Daily average?
Yeah.
Damn.
Jeez.
Wow.
Crazy.
Just eBay alone, but yeah.
So
And that's actually
is
slowed down. That's slowed down because like
Yeah.
oh my God, I just got so much inventory that I kind of started accepting that I can't get everything, because that was like my whole mentality that I'm going to catch every single one of them. And then like you miss a couple and it hurts. And then it's just like you miss a few more. And it's just like, you know what? It's not really that big a deal because I'm going to get the next one and the one after that.
yeah.
You know,
Crazy.
that's just kind of how it is. You know, you can't get everything.
Oh my God, dude. Fucking. Oh, you beat me to this one, dude.
Tell me about this one. You said this is your number 2.
Yeah, dude, I love this tee. Shout out Teddy, man. This is like, yep, this is my, probably one of like the best tees in my collection. It was just like, I think it was the promotion for like the Air Max thing. It's got the giant bubble too. It's on a gray tag. It's like a transition point for like the 87 with the blue and the gray tag. So this one's on a gray tag. I know there's one. Teddy
just sold the blue one. Yeah.
I know he had 2 of these. I was like, yo, I didn't want to get too greedy. This one I really dug, and it's got like this yellow. It looks like really dirty, but it's actually like this lemon yellow color. I was like, man, this is so great. And the craziest part about this is that I have a pair of those 87 Air Maxes, like the original ones, sitting in my basement right now, with the original box and the receipt, which just makes this t-shirt that much more special.
Yeah. I remember I messaged you. I was like, oh, are you ever going to sell this? And you're like, nope.
Yeah, probably.
I was at work when Teddy hit me up. He's like, yo, this is for sale. And I was like, does Vu know about this, or View Vintage? And he's like, yeah, I'm talking to him right now. And I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm going to beat it. I had literally just bought a t-shirt and he hit me up and I'm like, oh my God, no.
I mean, it happens sometimes, man.
Oh my God, such a great shirt, dude.
This t-shirt's crazy. Does it fit you?
Yeah, it fits me perfect.
Jeez.
It's like the perfect fit. And I was like, fuck yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That one's more special just because I got the Air Maxes in the basement. And the craziest part about those Air Maxes is that I found them. I was at Costco with my girlfriend and I was sitting in those massage chairs that they have for like samples. And I was like, all right, let me scroll through eBay. And I don't really search for vintage shoes because like that's not really my thing. But they popped up somewhere within like the vintage t-shirt thing. And I look at it and it had the Air Max. And I was like, I clicked on it. I saw like, guess the price that I paid for these Air Max.
I was going to guess like $55-$60.
It was almost that crazy. It was $150 shipped.
Shit, dude.
And I look at it
like 5, was it like 15 right now? 15?
Oh, that's a trolling price. Like, yeah, I just don't want to sell them. But like, I saw that price and I was like, man, I know these are worth way more than like, cause I don't know shoes like at all. Like I collect Nike t-shirts, but like the vintage shoes, I have like very little knowledge about. When I saw these Air Maxes, I was like, yo, and it's got the box too. Like I will at least be able to double my money.
What's the biggest offer you got on them?
I got a few offers of 3,000 for them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember you posted them on your story.
Yeah. There's this one dude on Instagram, I can't remember his name, but he's really after him, and he sent me like 2,500. He's like, I'll pay you 2,500, like because it's his size and he's been looking for him. And I'm like, I'm not ready to part ways with him yet. But yeah, one of the homies, actually, not really a homie, but someone I know, messaged me on Instagram. He found the same exact pair at the bins, but it wasn't like the pair that was sold to the public. It was like the promotional one, like with the giant bubble. And it was like,
oh, I think I've seen that. It looked like it was wearable, didn't it?
Yeah, it was nuts. I was like, there's no way. Like, when he sent that to me, he's like, "You're the first person I messaged because I know you have these." When I saw the pictures of it in the bin, I was just like, "No, this is like
God.
the craziest thing." He ended up selling it to Nike for $10,000.
No way.
Fuck.
Yeah,
What?
it was a Nike. I forgot who the person was, but he sent me their profile, and he paid up 10 grand. He put them up on eBay for 25,000, and I think like a week later, Nike bought it for 10,000 for their
Jesus
archive.
Christ,
I'm
dude.
hoping they bought it just so they can retro it with the giant bubble, so they can have like a reference of it. Because like that
Right.
condition of that shoe was just immaculate. Like I couldn't believe it. Because like mine are like crumble. They're like in bags, triple box. You know,
Yeah.
because every little move just like falls apart. But these look like you can actually put these on and
Good
take a step from.
Lord.
Let me ask you this. Like on the past episode with Danny, he was speaking about like how, you know, the people do buy shit for the archive. Has anybody bought anything off you, like from Nike?
That's a tough one because like maybe they wouldn't reach out, but like I've had people reach out from Nike like thanking me for what I'm doing, and I was like I don't know if they're just trolling or what, but like they were like, "Man, thank you so much for what you're doing. Like this is amazing. Like we reference your page like a lot," and I was like, "Man, that's kind of cool." You know, and I've had a few messages of like that, and it's just like usually just like really like the accounts were just like kind of strange. It was just like a mom with kids, and I was like,
Like a
maybe,
burner?
you know, like I don't really know. I
It's,
don't
a,
know who this person is, if they're trolling, but like I was like, that's cool.
it's
I
like
do know
one of
like
those. Wait,
a
what?
few complex people follow you. There's
Oh,
like
do they?
two. I know two for sure because one of them messaged me not too long ago. But like a few of them that work for Complex were following you and whatnot.
That's dope. Like, see, I don't even know who follows me. It's
I only know that because he messaged me. I was like, oh, I wonder who this guy follows, and of course you're on there.
that's dope.
Yeah, crazy. He's talking about the Seinfeld piece that I have, the crew neck or whatever.
Which one?
The Seinfeld piece.
Oh yeah, that one's nuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, this is your number one, huh?
This is surprising.
Really?
Look how gross that thing looks. That thing looks disgusting.
But
It's
this
got,
is
like,
this is
color
70s,
stains
right?
on the back of it. It's just like disgusting. Like it has hot glue all over it, rips. But like when I put this t-shirt on, I was like, yo, this is my t-shirt,
The
you know?
flow of t-shirts sometimes, like the one that I just posted yesterday, like that is incredibly, like not incredibly beat, but it is like worn and it fits so well, and it's like almost you don't even want to get rid of the shirt.
Yeah.
But dang, I would have never guessed this one as your top
Yeah.
or your number one.
No, I don't think anyone would, but like the fraying on the collar is just so perfect. And like the holes around the, like the neck here, it's like one of
Crazy.
my fit, like the like there's like this paint splattered like on the bottom, like through the grass. It's just like the most perfect tee in my collection that I love to wear. It's like maybe not the most expensive one. It definitely wouldn't like go to some collector in Malaysia because like all those dudes, like if they see one pinhole, they're out. You know, like they don't even mess around with
Really?
it. So yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, like
I
the
would have.
condition has to
I
be
was gonna
perfect.
guess like I think it was. I'm pretty sure you have like the Chicago one, like the Jordan one. I don't remember what it looks like. I was gonna guess that one was like your number one. It's like a Jordan 1. It's on the shirt. It's like a white T-shirt, I think.
Oh, with the over the shoulder?
No, not the over the
No,
shoulder.
I think it's the here. Let me see.
I don't remember what it looks like right
I
now. But
think
Oh
it
man, the
might
sharks are dope. I forgot about the sharks.
oh, there you go. Oh, go back up.
this one.
Yes, that one.
Nah, no way.
Really?
Nah. That one kind of fits me like you see how those sleeves are gigantic? It kind of makes me fit like kind of weird because I'm like super skinny. So like, yeah, that one
What
fits.
size
That one,
is this?
It's a medium.
Oh, it's
medium.
medium?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
It fits fine, but it's just like it's definitely not my top.
Was this looks like probably a promo, isn't it? Or what? I don't even know. Like
From like the oh man, what's it called? Like you posted it not too long ago, like the Flight Club thing, like the
Oh, like you subscribe to it or whatever. This.
that's the one.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I believe
Yeah.
it's from that as well.
Damn.
if I'm
That's
not mistaken.
insane. But yeah, those were his top three. Pretty crazy.
Sick.
Let's
Yeah, I would have never guessed that number one being your number one.
Yeah.
Dang, that's wild.
If my house is on fire, I'm taking that and I can only take one t-shirt. That's the one I'm going with.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question to ask, dude.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Camille.
Shoot.
What how much is your Nike t-shirt collection worth?
Whew.
Easily like over 30.
Oh, to be honest, I have no idea. I got
Okay.
no idea. I just got so much. Like I have about 11 bins full of t-shirts that are just like folded in Ziploc bags.
Mhm.
But like my personal collection, probably more than 50,000.
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
And this is just like grinding it out, finding shit like
Yeah.
throughout the years, right? Because you've been doing this for how many years? 2?
Just 1 year.
1?
Yeah.
That's
I-
insane.
Crazy.
I'm a noob. I'm new to this whole world. Like, I was into like the sneaker reselling thing like that. That was my wave.
Yeah, same. That's how I started. That's how it like if I wanted a pair of shoes, I would buy this, flip that to get those. And just ongoing cycle.
Yeah.
You see the do you follow Three World Thrifts or whatever?
I know who you're talking about. I don't know if I follow them, but I've been on their page.
Did you see the Nike sweater that he posted the other day? I think it was yesterday.
It was like a croquet
It was like a
sweater or
Nike
something.
knitted sweater.
Oh, the vintage. Shout out
Yeah,
Vintage Minder,
dude,
man. I love that.
Yeah.
He sent that to me. That was nuts. The Japan tag.
Yeah. Let me see. This one.
Yeah, that is nuts.
Wild.
That's crazy.
I keep mentioning him, but God, I want to see his fucking collection so bad.
Yeah, he's got some bangers for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever sold to anyone famous or big?
The closest story I have about, well, see, like I don't know where these t-shirts go whenever I sell them most of the time, but like the craziest story I've ever had was with the Nike Shark crew neck. You can pull it up if you want, so
Yeah.
people can like. I love this particular piece. You can just go on the site and just search Shark, just so people can see this thing. Scroll down. It was the white one. That one.
Oh wow.
I had that posted up on Grail for $3,000. Just I was trolling, like I really don't want to sell this. Like I just put it up just for shits and giggles, just so people can like kind of see the stuff and just maybe come to my site just from this one thing that was on there because it was like the most expensive vintage Nike thing. That's kind of how I promote myself. If I see like an opportunity, I'm gonna take it. Like I just find like the craziest things, post it up. And it was like really weird because I posted it up for $3,000 and I get this message. They're like, how quickly can you ship? And I was just like, they didn't ask about price or negotiation. And I was like, sorry, this isn't for sale. This is like part of my personal collection. They're like, we're ready to pay right now. We just need to know how quickly you can ship and how quickly you can come to us. And I was just like, oh fuck, this person's about to buy my Grail for $3,000. So I took it off the site. I was like, I'm not listing on there anymore because like if I had three racks in my PayPal, I'd be like, oh, like I really don't want to refund this, but like I would have to. So I just didn't want to go through that. So I was just like, whatever, I just deleted it. And I was like, I'm never doing that again. Posting like something that I actually like on Grailed for like a ridiculous amount of price, but that's besides the story. And then like a month later, I was watching this this Tokyo shopping video, and it was like on YouTube. And the zoo was talking about how he had this Raf Simons jacket. I can probably link it to you guys, but
Yeah.
he was talking about how he had this I don't know if it was Raf Simons, or it was some kind of really like some kind of really specific jacket that he had on Grail for X amount of money. And this person messaged him and he was telling the story, and I was listening to the story and I was like, this is so weird because like the person was just like, how quickly can you ship? Like that's the first message that he got. And I was just like, man, kind of similar to what that person was messaging me. And then he's like, I can ship this day, and they're like, we're ready. Like, they didn't negotiate price, nothing. They just like straight up bought it from this guy because like he was able to ship next day. And then Travis Scott was shown wearing it like 2 days later on like Ellen
What
or like
the
Jimmy
fuck?
Fallon or
Dude,
some
what
kind of
the
talk show.
fuck?
He was wearing that exact that Raph Simmons jacket, and it had like specific distressing because like the guy mentioned it. But then when he was telling this story, I was like, holy shit. Maybe Travis Scott's like that. I don't know if it was Travis Scott directly, but one of his fashion people was trying to buy this off of Grail and style Travis in it. And I was just like,
Jesus
man.
Christ, dude.
What the fuck?
Holy
So
shit.
that's probably the closest. I don't know if it's like if it was really him, but like the story just lined up so like when he said
Right.
how quickly can you ship, and I just remembered how that message, I was just like, yo, this clicks. Like it might have been that same exact person. Like because they didn't care about money or anything. They're just like, how quickly can we get this? And I was like, man,
Oh
if
my
Travis
god.
wore this, man, it'd be game over. Like that center swoosh hoodie thing, this would just be another level of this. But
Dude, I don't doubt that it was him because what's the likelihood of like that shit going down?
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was on Grail too. It was the same app. It was just like, oh, yeah.
Jeez, dude.
So
Fucking crazy.
I think
I'm
at
sure
this
he can get one though. Like, I'm sure someone like he can still find it. You know, they're not like posted online for any amount of money, but like they pop up from time to time. Like
Mhm.
he'll find it if he wants. I know Round Two probably styles him as well. I know they've got like all 4 of them somewhere in their archive. So it's just like, who knows if he would even wear it if he even got it, you know? Because like celebrities, like, you know, sometimes they rock with shit, sometimes they don't. But
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I think I'm gonna make this a topic on every podcast. Do you fucking with that center swoosh wave?
the center swoosh wave, the
Yeah.
hoodies,
Yeah.
they're cool, man. I dig
Yeah.
them.
Okay. Like, so you could justify the price of like pretty much spending like 100 plus on like just like a little swoosh right here?
Sure, I think it's underpriced. I think all Nike stuff is underpriced, to be honest.
Some
It's
said, yeah.
it's way undervalued.
Yeah.
Like some of these T-shirts, like from these specific races, are so rare. Like they're so stupid rare. But like, there's not really people who are willing to rock this stuff. Like, cause like usually, like whenever I sell something expensive, it goes overseas and you just throw it in a bin, and it's like that's it. Like that shirt is done with. Like it will never see day of light ever again.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like if people were like, because like I like using the reference of the heart-shaped box tee, which I have as well. That was just like the Nirvana t-shirt. That's a t-shirt that was sold at Hot Topic like all over the country. It was like a
Mhm.
generic ass t-shirt. You know, like everyone and their mom was wearing it when it first came out. But like now all of a sudden, because like the whole hype behind of it is like, even though it's so widely available, it still consecutively sells for over $1,000. Like no matter what, it's gonna sell for over $1,000. And it's just like, I feel like Nike is like one of those brands that like is gonna pop off eventually, but it's just like right now, like there's t-shirts on my website for $40 that are just sitting there, and I'm just like, man, this is a great t-shirt. And it's just like, how can I price it this low and still not have someone buy it? It's just like mind-boggling to me.
Mhm.
But you know, that's just the market currently, and I feel like it's gonna pop off one day, kind of like the Marvel thing popped off, like out of the blue, almost like
Mhm.
it's gonna be like the same
Ye-
thing.
Yeah, I feel like it is too. It'll get bigger.
But the thing is, people have to wear it. That's the main thing. Like the only reason why Travis Scott, that center swoosh thing, is so hyped is because, I mean, he wore it. You know, like if
Yeah.
more people were caught wearing just like a '80s blue tag, you know, just a basic swoosh, you know, like people would just like rock with it. You know,
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
that's why it's kind of up to us to be wearing this kind of stuff, like the really cool stuff, and just
Man, I
share it.
wish most of my shit fit me. That shit
Yeah.
just crop top for days.
Yeah, I'm a skinny guy, so like even though if it's sometimes a crop top, I like still might be able to make it work. But
Yeah.
like, yeah,
If I can't wear something, like if it's too small, I
Yeah.
usually just let my girlfriend wear it. Usually how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have someone wear it than just completely let it go, never see it again, you know?
I feel that.
I think I have one more question, and I think that's pretty much it. Like I wanted to ask you because it's very interesting. Like to know your story and then everyone else's story. I think that's what I'm trying to do with the podcast, pretty much. And to keep us entertained during this quarantine because it blows, you know. Um, what's your favorite vintage Nike like line collection? You know, like a line they did in the 80s or
Um,
90s. What campaign? Like, you know, because like I love the history behind like all this shit, you know?
yeah. Probably honestly the Jordan stuff.
All right.
It's like
Mhm.
there's just like such a wide variety of the stuff, and like whenever something pops up that you've never seen before, it's like, man, that is so cool.
Yeah.
There's just like a lot of it, and it's pretty well like documented, so you can kind of have like make yourself like a checklist of like what's next, because like some of the other stuff is just like who knows like what's out there still, you know. But probably the Jordan line for sure. Also, because like I can rock the shoes with it too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Damn. You have any other questions, Nico?
I don't
What's
know.
your
I just like hearing you talk about like different stories and whatnot.
Oh, what's your guys' favorite
How
line?
do you store the your clothes? You just keep it in bins like plastic t-shirts, or you like hang them up actually?
I used to hang my t-shirts, but I realized that there's like a really strong strain on like the shoulder area,
Yeah.
and the neck gets kind of effed up. And I just store all my personal t-shirts the same way I store like my storage ones. So basically, I just fold it up, like I steam it, you know, so it's nice and perfect. You know, I lay it on the floor, fold it like precise. I'm like super like detail oriented, so like it's gotta be like if the fold ain't right, you know, you gotta hit it out again.
Same, dude, same. Like when I take my pictures, yeah, I'm the same
Yeah,
way.
especially on photos, it's gotta be clean or it's whack if it's not.
Hmm.
And so I fold it perfectly, you know, like I put if it's going to my collection, I just put it in the Ziploc bag. 11 by 13, by the way, is the dimensions of it.
I've
If you
asked
guys
you that before. I'm like, what are the dimensions of the bag, dude?
11 by 13, 12 by 15 for sweaters. If anyone needs the link, I got a guy who ships them pretty cheap.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for that link right now.
For sure. I get that message like every time I post a t-shirt from like my bins. I say bins, but it's just like my personal stash of
Right.
just
Yeah.
souvenirs.
I've asked you that question too about the plastic bags.
Yeah, like I like every time I post it, there's like 10 to 15 people like, yo, where can I get those bags? Where can I get those bags? And like I always send them a link, and they're like, wow, I wasn't expecting to get like a response so quick or like whatever. I'm like, yo, I got nothing better to do. Like, of course I'm gonna reply to you. It's like, man. But yeah, so I keep them in those bags. Like every time like I want to wear a new t-shirt, I just open up my bin, I just take the first one off the top, because like there's just too many to pick. Like if every morning I decide like, yo, I'm gonna rock this one, I'm gonna rock that one, it's just like it's gonna take forever. So I just roll with the first one off the top, and I'm like, that's the one for the day.
Is there a t-shirt you wear the most out of all of the t-shirts you have? No?
I probably wore each t-shirt once a year, not even once a year. Sometimes I don't even get around to wearing them. There's just too many of them.
Dude, crazy.
Like if I wear one t-shirt, I'll probably never wear it again. It's
Jeez.
like one of those things. Even though like I collect it, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear it. I never do. Oh, I'm gonna wear it. I never do. It's just like,
Hmm.
yeah.
I want to say thank you for that trade too that we did because like I can't find shit in my size, bro.
Oh, the
Like
Jordan one?
yeah, like and like I know like there's like supposed to be like a hit on the front, but like
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like if it's gonna be in my size, bro, like I'm gonna fucking wear that shit.
Yo,
Yo,
I
I
got
thought it
that double XL. It's all yours if you want it, dude.
The restaurant one,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know. I think it might be short, bro, but
No,
it'll
I'll measure it. I'll measure it for you.
be a nasty ass looking belly dancer with that shit on, probably.
Jesus.
Yeah, but just wanted to say thank you for that, and thank you for coming on the
was that.
podcast, man. Like it
Awesome.
fucking means a lot.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Yeah, it means a
Very
lot
excited.
to.
You're like, yo, View Vintage is coming on here. It's like, oh shit.
I'm just a regular dude.
It's just crazy, dude. The amount of stuff that you have is like mind blowing.
Yeah, it's just like cause like there was a point like this fear of missing out, like this kind of serious shit, but like I
Yeah.
have this deep fear of missing out on stuff. So like there's been time, like not even times, like every single night I would wake up in the middle of the night, like, yo, like what t-shirt just dropped on eBay, and like I searched through like
Bro,
all the apps.
that's the thing I was trying to ask you too, but I was fucking drunk last night. Fucking, I was gonna ask you because sometimes you post like, because I see how you kind of promote like the current things you've posted on your IG. You just posted on your story, right?
Yeah.
Like it'll be like 1 a.m. my time, and then because I have your notifications on.
Oh
Same.
wow.
The exact
Yeah,
same. dude.
I
you
have your notifications on, so then like I
real.
just see fucking like Boo Vintage post this story. I'm like, what the fuck? It's fucking 4 a.m.
Dude, I'm on it like
Dude, yeah. Oh my god, dude. On April Fool's, dude, I completely forgot it was April Fool's Day. Holy shit. I was like, this guy cannot be serious.
man.
Dropped it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Oh my god, dude.
When you
You
click
have no idea how good you got me.
so many people were like, yo, like I will pay you 100, because I show like a little snapshot of it and like
Yeah.
$1, and people were like, yo, I'll pay you $200 for it early, and I was like, it's first come first serve at $1, you know, like. And then like when the site went live, because I was watching analytics, like whenever I do a drop, I just like I can see who's on the site.
Right.
Literally, there was like 100 people refreshing the page, like
Oh my god,
not
dude.
the stats were just going nuts. I was like, oh my god. And when that t-shirt went live, like I see like the links that people are on, and it said like hike night, and I was like,
Oh my god,
I
dude.
just trolled so much.
Biggest troll, dude. I was like, why is my YouTube opening up? Oh my god, biggest fucking troll, dude. I was in the kitchen making breakfast, dude, and you posted it.
Man.
You're like,
Sorry.
you were like, oh, gonna be dropping for $1. I'm like, say less, dude.
Yeah,
There's no way I'm gonna miss out on this. Oh my god, biggest troll ever.
man.
So good though.
No one was actually really pissed though. Like everyone just thought it was funny. Like I didn't get like any hateful. I was expecting a couple at least. So, like everyone was like, "Yo, that was the funniest prank I've
Oh my god, dude.
I was like, "Yo, that's
It
cool."
was not clicking. Like, why? So good, dude.
This dude from Malaysia, he's like, "I can't check out." I'm just like, he was so upset. He's like, "I'm trying." And like clearly his YouTube was opening and it was playing that Rickroll video, but he just couldn't understand that it was a joke. And I was like, yeah, I'm
absolutely crazy, dude.
Yeah, man. I was tripping out when that shit happened. I was like, what the fuck is
I
going
felt it
on?
before, and you copped those dollar t-shirts. I don't know if it was just $1 t-shirt.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
go
I
back to
remember
that.
Yeah.
Dude, I was fucking like straight refreshing your shit.
Yeah, dude, there's so many people. Because like I did one like randomly, I think for like $5, and I didn't really mention anything. It was like on the site, and I was like, yo, who's got post notification gets this t-shirt. And like someone copped it like 30 seconds later. I was like, yo, that's cool that like someone's like, and then like all of a sudden, like 30 seconds, like 2 minutes later, there was like 20 people on the site. I was like, yo, these people actually like follow and like have notifications on. I was like, yo, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I copped a Force tee off you for like $5, and then I copped another tee for like $1 on Black.
Yeah, and that, like, yeah, it was $1 shipped. Like I advertised like $1 shipped. And you know what's crazy though is because like I don't know if you guys are on the newsletter, but there was like this one point where I was doing a newsletter kind of early on.
Uh-huh.
People who were on a newsletter got like the exact time of when I was gonna post it, and it was maybe there was like 50 of the people who actually knew. Were you on that newsletter? I forgot to ask.
No, I wasn't on it.
You didn't get the email. Yeah, so like you were like hella on it because like 50 people knew exactly when that thing was going, and you still managed. Actually, 2 people checked out. I had to refund one of you guys because like
Yeah, you messaged me. You're like, I don't know who won it. I have to check because I got like 2 payments.
Yeah, it was like at the same exact time. Like I was like, man, this site really just it was like supreme. I had to cancel, or I was like, damn. I felt bad. I was like, I have to. But that other person ended up cupping like the $5 tees, like because there was like a bunch of them. I was just feeling super generous that I was just giving shit out. I was like, man, fuck it,
Crazy.
just giving shit out.
Yeah.
That was
All
a
right,
fun
man.
sale. That was a fun sale.
I think we're gonna end it here just because of time. Because
Dope.
I think we have like an hour and 20
It's
minutes.
been an hour.
It's
Holy hell.
Time
yeah,
flies. Holy cow.
it's been like an hour at least.
Yeah, it's 1:13.
So I mean, great, bro. Like I appreciate you coming on this.
Yo, thank you
Um,
for having me, man.
yeah, I mean,
I love this idea. Like, this is so fun. Like, I'm pissed I didn't come up with this, but I'm not really social enough to be doing this kind of stuff. So, I'm glad that someone's doing it.
yeah.
And
I
that's
I just wanted people to be like, coming together in the community pretty much.
sure, man.
Um, like I said, with the whole coronavirus shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, thank you for coming on. Thank you, High Preems, for coming on the show too. I
Yeah,
really
dude.
appreciate
That
that.
was fun.
Where can they find you at, bro? Like, just shout out your Instagram and what you have coming in the future. Like,
So, View Vintage on Instagram. My name's Kamil. You guys can say hi, what's up? If you have a price check on a Nike t-shirt, I'm more than happy to help you guys out. If I'm not really buying right now, but like if you want to sell me stuff or trade me stuff, I'm always down to listen. The worst thing I can possibly say is no, which isn't really all that bad. So say hi, what's up? I like talking with people via Instagram. It's really cool. And yeah, pretty much Instagram is like and my site, obviously, vuvintage.com,
all
obviously.
right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I'll go ahead and
So much.
end this, bro. Thank you.